So this is what we call a cornhole board. Some people call this game baggo or bags. Cornhole is a name that derived from Ohio in terms of playing a game with bean bags filled with corn.
The game played on this board has also been called bag toss, corn toss, and soft horseshoes. Some say it originated in the hills of Kentucky, others in 14th century Germany. One fact is, the game, similar to horseshoes, but played with 2 wooden platforms and corn bags, has quickly spread throughout Chicago. The game is played year-round, indoors and out, and is popular at parties and tailgating before Chicago's football and baseball games.
If you drive down the streets during the summer, it's hard to go down a block without seeing somebody playing bags. You know, it just seems like the thing to do.
It's a great way to break the ice. It's a great way to socialize with friends.
You only actually need one hand to play. The other hand is available for a frosty beverage.
And that goes well in Chicago. Why?
Seems like people in Chicago like to drink their beer.
Owners of Bags Nation here in Chicago, Vivian and James Keller, know the game of cornhole very well. They make custom-designed platforms and bags in the West Loop, and say in the last summer alone, they sold more than 10,000 bags.
It seems to be a Midwest thing right now, but we're starting to see orders from Florida, California, Texas, and even in Canada.
Perhaps the reason it's so popular here and everywhere is because it's easy to play. Points are accumulated by simply getting your bags on the board, or even better, in the hole. Since half of the fun playing the game is having your own customized board, the couple has had requests for just about anything, from sports teams to rock bands.
This is a very common and very popular design. What people like is that, you know, it helps them with their aim when they have this triangle here pointing to the hole.
Many people will make homemade sets in their garages, which is how this entrepreneurial couple got started. They say the game is best played on boards made according to the American Cornhole Association standards.
You need 48 inches of material downwards and then 24 inches across. It's 1/2-inch plywood up on top, also 1-inch plywood by 4-inch plywood on the sides. The center of the hole should be 9 inches from the top and then halfway in from the sides. We've also added these legs that fold outwards. If you do plan on taking it around, you know, to picnics or tailgating, then the folding legs are a nice touch because you can actually store them quite easily.
A feature that's growing in popularity is the LED light that is mounted on the back of the board and runs on a 9-volt battery. This allows people to play at night, which is definitely a plus in the darker days of winter. The 1-pound corn bags are also made according to ACA standards. They say the best fabric to use has to be bought overseas.
What you find in stores is 16-ounce canvas, which is too thick for this game. You want it a little bit thinner, that way the dust can emit from the bags. When the dust emits, it helps the bags slide into the hole better.
They also make waterproof bags that won't get ruined when playing in the rain or snow. So since Chicagoans are playing in just about any weather condition, we decided to head out of the workshop and find out who's playing this winter. When we come back, we also get a lesson from the state's #1 cornhole player. Bags, baggo, cornhole, or whatever you want to call it, is becoming very popular in Chicago. You'll even see indoor leagues these days. It's played with 2 wooden platforms spread about 30 feet apart and 8 corn-filled bags. The object is to get your bags to land on the board, or even better, in the hole.
We're here at a Bears tailgating lot down on 31st Street, 4 hours before the start of a Bears game. Now we're here to find out just how many people are out here playing the game of bags in the freezing cold.
We're out here having fun, throwing some bags, drinking some Mountain Dews, cooking out, getting ready for the Bears game. Big game tonight.
It's a lot of fun because it's competitive and I try to win. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm not. It's casual, you can talk and have fun and hang out with everybody.
It's like, what, like 20 degrees right now?
Might be a fair weather fan. If we want to do that, we'll go down to Miami or something.
We do it in the winter. Nobody else does, right? Scared, that's all.
I have hand warmers in my hands. They're little heat packs.
You know what's pretty cool about it is all the different styles of boards. You got Bulls, you got Bears, you got Cubs, Sox.
It's outdoors, it's being with friends, being with family, just having a good time, having a few drinks, having fun.
Yes, there are boards everywhere. It appears almost half of the tailgaters here are throwing bags. The game is most commonly played with 2 teams of 2 people each, trying to get to 21 points to win.
Well, first, you got to be the bag. You got to feel it. You got to see it through the hole.
What does that mean exactly?
You get a feel, just like horseshoes. It's 4-man's horseshoes.
I like to throw them up high so they bounce, and then they won't bounce off the board.
What's the key to winning? How do you focus?
You don't. You just get a feel for how you got to throw it.
So you're not thinking? You don't have any type of strategy?
Not really.
Do you get better as the night goes on, or you get worse?
Depends on you.
The state's #1 ranked player, Gino Randazzo, is very serious about winning.
I can do anything with a bag.
He's won the Soldier Field Cornhole Classic the last 2 years and numerous other state and regional tournaments. He says the game is all about strategy.
Not too many people understand this. They all think it's about putting it in the hole. The object of this game is defense.
Gino says there are several different ways to throw the bag depending on how you want it to land. The pinch, the wad, or what's called the classic, holding the corner in one hand and grabbing as much corn as you can.
There's 2 kind of stances.
2 stances?
Well, there's a lot of different stances, but 2 that a lot of people do.
Okay.
They'll do a step toss, or me, for instance, I just do a regular flat stance. You always want to throw it in this angle, and then when it gets right past your chest, you want to flip your hand around.
So kind of twist at the last second?
You got it. It's kind of like a frisbee toss. Basically, what I do is kind of got a rock to it. I'm flat, my head don't move. A lot of the guys who do the step, their head start off here, and then they do this, and their head drops, kind of like a baseball player. So when they're swinging, a lot of the guys, when they step like this, their eye losing eye contact with the ball. This is my theory, but I think I'm pretty right.
Once you've got your shot down, you can play any way you want depending on your skill level. I'm just trying to get my bags to land and stay on the board for 1 point and in the hole for 3. Gino uses a combination of throwing techniques and positioning to absolutely crush me.
Kind of like a chess game. You make your shot, let him make the next move.
Regardless of your approach, if you can throw a bag, you can play cornhole, and Chicago is the best place to give it a shot.